There's an old saying that goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but that's not always true in the world of audio-video tech. So in this video, I'm gonna try to encapsulate everything you need to know about the Encabulate, or... Most of us know all about the original photo encabulator, but for many years, engineers have been working to bring perfection to the crudely conceived idea of a device that would not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of synchronizing not just cardinal gram meters, but also gramp meters. Your Grammys and your Grampies? And so now we've got the Deluxe Photo Encabulator, and basically the only new principle involved is that instead of AV imagery being generated by the relative motion of capacitors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of Neato Magneto-Reluctance and Capacitive Diractance. And that sounds simple, right? Now the original version had a base plate of formulated amulite, and amulite's pretty great, am I right? And that was surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in direct alignment with the panometric fan. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marzelvanes, so fitted to the ambifacent lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. Now, the main processor is of the normal Lotus deltoid type, and it's placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots in the stator, every opposite conductor being connected by a non-reversible Tremi cable to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the Grammys. And anyone in the AV world will appreciate the difficulty of noobing together a regurgitative Purwell and a supramitive Wennel-Sprocket. And like you'd probably expect, that original design did prove to be a stumbling block. That is, until it was found that the use of anhydrous nangling pins allowed for a cryptonastic bowling shim to be tankered. And believe me, you don't want to tinker with a tanker. Those earlier attempts to construct a sufficiently robust spiral commutator failed largely because of lack of appreciation for the large quasi-piestic stresses in the gremlin studs, which were specifically designed to hold the roffet bars to the spamosensor. But when it was discovered that wending could be prevented by a simple addition to the living pixelmetric sockets, almost perfect auditory photo encabulation was secured. And now on to the more technical side of things. The operating point of the encabulator is maintained as near as possible to the HFRM peak. And that's done by constantly fromaging the Bitumogenous Spandrels, which is a welcome improvement on the standard Rivel sheave in that no Dramcoro power cells are required after the phase detractors have been remissed. Without a doubt, the Deluxe Photo Encabulator has reached a very high level of technical development, successfully running no-fur trunnions whenever a borescent score encabulation is required. It can even be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocating Dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. So with that in mind, I'm sure you can see why the Deluxe Photo Encabulator really does change everything. In fact, just forget everything you thought you knew about photo encabulators. And if that's not enough, check out these other videos that dive deeper into the world of audio-video encabulation.